like it.
Are those new underwear? That's nice.
No, they're old, but thanks for noticing. Once in a lifetime.
I love that.
This video and all content is made possible by our Patreon subscribers. For $3 a month, you can help keep the lights on here at From North to Wharf. Thank you for your ongoing support. And if you would like your own From North to Wharf merchandise, head to fromnorthtowharf.threadless.com.
Does Hestia know you?
Oh yeah, clearly, we're on a wrong name basis.
And now we're here, and there aren't any monkeys being friends with lions!
Okay, no one said for sure there'd be monkeys, honey.
I'm not gonna arrest the moose.
He's a good boy! He's a good boy!
Being your muse no longer amuses me. It's pretty good, you can use that. But that's it. I'm done with your show.
From the Great North to Wonder Wharf. All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I am Mike.
I'm JB.
And joining us, your third dad, if you will, Adam.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
bud.
Adam.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing much better, thank you.
Good.
Adam's here. It was kind of surprising. There was some miscommunication between JB and myself, but we'll get into why Adam's here a little later on in the show.
He's cool,
yeah,
guys.
it's super
It's
cool.
'cause he's
Super cool. You can tell because of his room. Mine's blurred because it's pillows, and I'm broadcasting from my bedroom tonight.
Pillows.
Pillows, and I get those at my local theater, if you will.
Yes, the theater.
Theater.
Where you watch your
There it
films.
is. Hey, Abby. Hello, Chelseams. Toasty One, Christine, Marlena. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Eddie.
No.
So we have some news to discuss. We have 3 new episodes, which, if JBMI's discussion before this is any indication, will be very lackluster, I suppose, at best. We'll see. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. Shut up, Abby. But I think let's get into a little bit of news. On the merch front, if you've ordered the Little King Trash Mouth, those are finally out and about now. They are being shipped. You should be getting your tracking numbers now if you don't already have them. Fun fact, for those of you who are actually waiting on those for a while, they were sitting at the Long Beach dock since November 9th. They were just sitting there because apparently there was a strike or something.
They wouldn't move them.
They wouldn't move them. Todd couldn't go get them. It was just literally just sitting
He even
there.
offered, I'm sure, to go grab them.
Oh, I'm sure he donned his Navy SEAL wetsuit and was going to swim underneath and cut them out from the bottom.
You mean
of the boat.
his yellow overalls?
his waders, yeah.
Yep, he bearded. He braided his beard, put on his diving suit.
Yeah, and his little frog. What do you call those things you put on your feet? The hell,
His
those
little
are?
thong.
Slippers.
Yes, his little slippers.
Yeah. Hey Nick, hey Christine, hey everybody. But yeah, those are out and about now. I don't think they're doing anything for Christmas just yet, but I mean, we still haven't gone past Thanksgiving, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Creepy Santa's up still.
Yeah,
Creepy
Creepy
Santa?
Santa's back up.
Wheelie Mammoth is sold out for now.
I'm looking at Toddland stuff right now if we want to do a quick what's he got.
Yeah, let us know what's new. Wheelie Mammoth is back to being extinct for now. The wallets were ready, but then I guess they messed up the sizes or the colors or something again, so those got put on the back burner one more time. And then, like Adam said, the totally normal looking Santa is still up there for everyone to grab.
Santa is up there right now. He's $30.
Yep.
We got some enamel pins. We got the Christmas holiday Belchers ice skating, and Bob and Linda dressed up from the Christmas of my dreams. That's $18. That's a huge pin, by the way. It's massive.
It is.
I have it in my bag here
I
somewhere.
would say Adam's probably got it right by his side.
We've got the Love Ya Latka burger. That's the Hanukkah burger.
Is that
every day? That's $12.
No, the one with the family, the entire family.
I was just wondering. I couldn't remember if he still had the Teddy one up because I love that one so much.
Ooh, I don't know if he does.
We'll have to look and see.
I need to organize.
The pins are still out. The kids in the Western is still available. Some of the Bob's Burgers Pest vans are still up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few. The Pride stuff is still, a few Pride things are there. Yeah, it's like a little bit of a hit or miss, but it looks like a lot of stuff is moving. So, but don't forget, he's also got Futurama, Family Guy, American Dad, Great North, Solar Opposites, Minecraft, Crapopolis as well.
King of the Hill as well, too.
King of the Hill as well, yeah.
Adam, we got to get you a corkboard.
I actually have one.
We got to get you another one.
Right up there that's mostly full. I do need to get another one because I have this tote is full of just pins from the last year and a half.
Jesus.
Get a board. I literally have a board.
Yeah, we need to get him a bigger board.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I need a big one because I have a second one that's the same size as the one on the wall, and I have too many pins. It just won't fit. I need to get a really, really big one.
Abby says, I'm too broke to be hearing this. Abby, I'm too broke to be talking about this. Don't you worry. But yes, the Toddland stuff is up now. We're not sure if they're doing anything for Christmas. Once we get past Thanksgiving, we may have a better idea about that. And we may have a better idea if another round of Wheelie Mammoths are coming out. That is still to be determined. It looks like the Luis hoodies are now officially sold out, thanks to yours truly. Thank you all for helping us out with that. We were given a super secret North to Wharf link for all of you to get the dibs on the last handful of Luis hoodies, and you guys completely sold it out. So
very quickly, too.
Really cool.
Very quickly. I went to bed and I woke up and they were all gone.
Yeah, it was cool for Todd to even let us do it and offer that up, and then just to see you guys snap them that quick was just crazy. I figured they'd be up for a little bit, so hopefully we'll get more of those.
Once we posted it to the Facebook group, that's when it took off. So kudos to Adam and the Facebook group there for coming through. Which I still don't know why my link didn't post when I posted it. I'm still curious about that, but it is what it is.
I don't know either. I don't know if it was admin assist, but it didn't show in the log that it deleted anything.
Right.
So I just don't know if it's like a weird setting that a previous admin had set and I can't figure out how to change it or not.
You came in the clutch there and you put the link, so big shout out. And like I said, those went out super fast. So good job, audience. Beyond that, I don't think there's any news. I think the next episode is December 8th, which is the I don't have it in front of me, but it's not the Christmas episode. I know that much. Oh, it's They Slug Horses, Don't They? I believe that's what it's called.
Yep. They slug horses, don't they? Tina and Louise get into an argument, and that's all it says.
And I think it's Tina and Louise get into an argument, and it's told over like multiple apology notes or something like that. Right now.
Interesting.
Which sounds like a triptych to me.
It does.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now on the Bob's Wiki. Jesus Christ. Which would be fun because love me a good okay. So Tina and Louise get into an argument that escalates across several graphic apology cards. So sounds like a triptych to me.
I'm all down for it. I do like their triptychs for the most part, so it could be good.
And the last bit of news, Simon Chong, of course, has revealed 2 more episode titles that we weren't aware of, which are The Secret Guardian and Get Her to the Zeke. The Secret Guardian looks to be a one of those figures that Linda loves so damn much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a
Precious
blur.
Porcelain
moments.
babies.
Yeah. Shattered. And then the other one is looks like Zeke's asking somebody to the prom.
Mm-hmm. Get her to the Zeke.
Yeah.
What if he's asking Tina girl?
No,
It
because
probably won't be.
Tina's in it too. Tina's in the photo.
He's
It's
asking somebody.
yeah, it's Tina and Jimmy Jr. are essentially presenting Zeke to whoever he's asking, which is wild. Let's see. Cello says hi, Queen Abby. Hi, JB. Hi, Adam. Hi, Mike. Hello.
Hello.
Hope you're doing well. But yeah, that's all the news that's fit to print. Is there anything you guys want to bring up?
I know on our end we're working on Christmas designs for our merchandise, so be on the lookout. If not, we're gonna try to knock them out. Let's see, the next show will be the 2nd. We're gonna hope. I'm gonna try to get them done by then, or at least the ones we're working on. If not, it's gonna be that week because we know that the post office shuts down on the 21st. So we want to make sure you guys get these for the holidays so you can wear them around and show them off to your family and friends. So, and get them as gifts too. So we'll hurry up.
Yeah, I know we're gonna limit to like 3 to 5 designs.
Yeah, we want to make sure they get in.
It'll all be in one drop, unless we think of something else, much like we did for Thanksgiving where we lied.
Yep.
So, yeah, but so far we have I think 3 really solid ideas that are about 90% done on all accounts. There will also, of course, much like Halloween, there'll be a brand new intro for the show. There'll be a new background. There'll be a new outro. All fun stuff. I showed JB a little preview of the intro.
I'm excited for it.
That I was cooking up, and I have a brand new appreciation for animators because that little bit that I showed you, JB, is 3 seconds long, and it took me 2 hours to animate.
But it looks great.
And it was 45 slides. So, pain in the ass. But new episodes. We have 3 new episodes to discuss. Crapopolis, Universal Basic Guys, and of course, Bob's Burgers. Adam, you are the main guest of honor tonight. Which one do you want to talk about first?
You want to get Universal Basic Guys out of the way?
Sure. JB, I know you recently watched the episode, so it is fresh in your mind.
Yes, I just crammed so much in after I got home from work.
Same.
I'm going to read the synopsis, too, for everybody so we remember. This is Season 1, Episode 10. This is Mark Men, a Mad Men spoof for sure. Mark throws his hat in the ring as an ad man after being shown up by a group of execs at his favorite bar, watching the 3rd round of the NFL draft. Best stuff happens in the end rounds.
Hey, Tom Brady or Tom Brady.
True.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, just a blanket statement for all 3 episodes. I was not really excited about any of the episodes this week. This one in particular, I didn't find as bad as like Crapopolis. Crapopolis this week came in last for me as far as rankings go. But I don't know. It was a very non-episode to me. It was the jokes weren't there. The story wasn't interesting. They kept going back to the haircut thing for some reason, which didn't do anything to me.
Nothing. They really pushed it too, and I was like, "This just isn't it, guys."
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. It was an ugly haircut. It is what it is. Mark was fine. His pitch made sense for his character, but it was stupid. And then his brother was a complete non-factor.
Hank,
Hank was a non-factor. So this episode did absolutely nothing for me.
I felt it was pretty filler.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like Mr. Cupcake Man it had its moments where it was all right. But there's been some pretty decent episodes of this show already, and this one was just not it. Like Poconos was fine, Fight or Flight was fun.
We're midway through the season, so this is kind of the lull as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, this is just just didn't do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting Mark being an ad exec alone has so much potential to just go all over the place, and we were starting again to teeter on that like weird misogyny kind of crap where he's just like toots and doing his little like thing. But they did walk it back. I think Hank kind of always walks it back. He makes it more like a joke.
Yeah.
But it just didn't do well this week for me. This was not the episode that our buddies were watching either. This couldn't have been it.
Adam, were you at the Universal Basic Guys panel at Comic-Con?
No, I had to miss the panel. I think I was working that night, and you guys worked the morning.
Okay, because we're trying to figure out what episodes they showed at the panel. They got everybody
they were hilarious.
Yeah,
but we haven't
Todd said they were hilarious, and I'm not sure which one you watched.
Yeah.
But what did you think, Adam?
I thought it was all right. It was worth watching, but nothing to write home about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it definitely was kind of a filler episode.
Mm-hmm.
It did have some funny points. Like, it was slightly relatable with, you got Hank doing all the work, and one guy just thinks he's a hotshot that does nothing.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I had a couple good jokes in it. Like you said, the haircut, like, I feel like that would have been good at the end. Is like if she comes home and has a crappy haircut right at the end, and that'd be like a funny punchline. But yeah, them using it the entire episode was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
It just became like that was the only joke they had, and
yeah,
it just wasn't good though.
No, it was. I don't know. It just seemed not even lazy. It just seemed like I don't know. It seemed like it was a placeholder for maybe something better.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, but I mean,
maybe
I don't know.
They just didn't find anything.
Yeah, I mean, the show itself is better than I expected, but this episode wasn't it for me. And it sounds like for all of us.
No, I was hoping for more, and it just didn't really live up to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like that's all we really have to say about that episode. JB's favorite show, it seems. What about Crapopolis?
So I'm okay. I still like Crapopolis a lot, and I think this episode was pretty good actually. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It wasn't great by any means, but I did enjoy the idea. It almost felt kind of like was it The Menu? That movie where it's like the horror movie about the cooking and how it goes wrong because it's not perfect and everything needs to be perfect and everyone's a critic and it ruins everything for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But like Ty wanting to be on the map, so he tries to make this idea of making a restaurant that's world renowned that people will know, and realizing at the end they give the nice message, which is like hey, you got me a job and I appreciated that because I didn't like where I was working before. So yeah, working here was pretty cool, and you got to cook food and made you feel good, and you got to like make a restaurant and make a city, and that makes you feel good. So people should do things that make them feel good.
Yeah, it was the funniest part for me, and the part that I enjoyed the most was
the opening.
I gotta be honest, I don't even remember the opening.
Oh, that was like, so I liked the joke they had to open the show where they're talking about the map, but he's talking to the guy who's in charge of the cannibal tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, even the cannibal city is on the map. He's like, Crapopolis isn't on the map? He's like, no, but the cannibal city is, so people don't go there and get eaten. And he's like, you should really take us off the map. And they're like, but then he's like, if you don't take us off the map,
I'll eat you.
We're just gonna eat you. And she's like, I can see what I can do.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. The bit that I found a little humorous was and I can't remember the parents' names. The mom and the dad.
Oh, Schlub.
Deliria and Schlub, where they were trying to figure out what form to take in order to go to the restaurant. They just realized that they kept turning each other on.
The role playing.
Yeah. The role playing. That part I found pretty funny. But
that part I like too. It's just like no matter what we do.
Yeah, but beyond that, I'm like, okay, it's an episode and it's worth watching, especially if you enjoy the show. It's not a bad episode by any means. It's just Crapopolis hasn't caught on for me in the second season just yet.
I know.
What say you?
I thought it was pretty good. Not the best episode, but definitely worth watching. I enjoyed it. I like seeing like Hippocampus in the kitchen and kind of showing the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
That was relatable to me from working in a restaurant in high school and college.
I'm shocked they didn't do anything related to the bear.
I was actually about to say that. I was confused why they didn't, because it was a really good opportunity to do it.
Not even like a yes chef or no chef, which seemed like very low hanging fruit. But yeah, it just.
But yeah, they could easily. But because you could see Hippo definitely being someone who likes that and be like, I like this power I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, chef. Like, it definitely would make sense. So I don't know why they didn't throw it in there. It was an opportunity.
It's the damnedest thing. Christine, sorry, I'm looking through the comments here. We'll get to a lot of the ones that talk about Bob's here in a second. Christine says, can't wait for the Great North in January. We can't too, and hopefully it does actually happen in January. It's weird because they talked about the mid-season scheduling and they didn't mention any of the Animation Domination shows.
I know. That's what I found kind of weird that wasn't even brought up.
Yeah. But it wasn't like they mentioned one or two, but they mentioned none of them, which was a bit strange. Nothing's on Futon Critic beyond September, so I don't know. I have no idea. But we'll see. It's November and hopefully January. Yeah, and any more thoughts on Crapopolis?
Overall, I thought it was fine. I think it's just, again, not one of the better ones. The next one we have coming out is episode 8, Schlub, which is Schlub is sick. Well, one part of Schlub is sick. So the family uses Hippocampus' new invention to extract and replace the ailing part, but might just need to operate on themselves in order to save him. Interesting.
It's his penis, right?
It's gotta be.
His penis.
It's gotta be his penis. Hey, Aaron. Glad you're
right into Bob's Burgers.
Yes. Speaking of meat you love to eat, Bob's Burgers. Boogie Days is this week's episode. JB, do you have the synopsis there for everyone?
I sure do.
All right.
So the synopsis is Boogie Days. This is when Louise signs up for a father-daughter boogie board contest. Bob comes back, but Bob's past comes back to haunt him. The B plot is also that it's Teddy's birthday. And unfortunate series of events occurs, and we don't get to celebrate it, which is kind of disappointing, which is why I'd like to do a little bit of an edit session on the B plot.
Okay. Absolutely. This is another episode where Linda is the problem. We haven't had one of those in a while.
No, we haven't, but still, it's she did too much, and she really needed to just not. She needed to read the room, and she just couldn't again. This is another one of those moments where Linda had an opportunity to not go overboard and listen to what someone is saying, and just didn't. I get that it somehow kind of worked out, but at the same time, not the way he wanted it. It was almost forced again.
That's one thing that annoys me with Linda. She always knows best and will force people into situations. It's just like when with Father of the Bob. I hated the fact that she forced Bob to spend time with his dad when he said, no, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
It worked out, but she forces
like
people to do things that they don't want to do, and I hate that.
It doesn't work out.
It seems to work out in spite of what she's trying to do, too. In spite of her, it seems to kind of work itself out. Yeah, she's no Peggy Hill, Christine. You're right there.
Yeah, but at what cost, I guess, is the bigger thing. Does it come to Bob and other people, and in this case, Teddy?
Yeah, even if it does work out in the end, it's a shit road to hoe to get to a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's not like you're gonna forget all the nonsense that you took to get there. So I don't know. Linda needs to sit the hell down, if you ask me.
I did love it at the end where Teddy thanked her. He's like, "Thank you for throwing a party, even though I asked you many times not to." I love that they put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's needed to save Linda a little bit.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
For overstepping again.
Yeah, but I mean, I know exactly where Teddy's coming from because I don't like to make a big deal of birthdays myself. Like mine, I don't do anything.
I felt this was an opportunity, and I know we had Teddy centric with like picking up Kathleen, so we could have put this episode somewhere differently.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think this is an opportunity where this is another episode where both plots could have been really good on their own and kind of developing something bigger, and instead they got smushed.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I think the boogie boarding could have been a really good episode for like, I'd like that Louise and Bob went back to like face the fear. I think that was important because Bob definitely put that in her brain, and then it happened to her and she's like, well, I was having fun until I almost drowned, but you know, it's not worth doing it anymore. And Bob's like, no, we should probably go back because Bob remembered he started having fun. I don't even know if the penis part with like his swimsuit falling off was really that important. I think it was there for comic relief maybe, but I think because they're like, oh, this is actually something that happens. People get pulled in the undertow and it can get scary and you might not come back up sometimes. And I think they were like, let's walk that back because kids are going to watch this too. But I think it's a moment that could have been really good. And it could have been really explanational, like Bob trying to tell his dad. Dad didn't say anything, didn't do anything, so he just felt alone. So he just didn't do it anymore.
I would have liked to have seen more of Bob learning to boogie board and like his like more of younger Bob boogie boarding to
even if it was just like a cool older kid showing him how to boogie board.
Because
just really to be like Bob had friends and like that, even if it was like Warren Fitzgerald as a kid, that would have been fun, like a good callback.
Because we just got the one quick little seeing Bob as an adult already, which I assume
was
at
funny.
That
I
point,
like Linda not even looking at me like, you're doing great.
It would have been, because at that point he was an older Bob. It would have been fun if like maybe we saw a younger Linda on the shore, because I assume at this point maybe he's married. That's just me putting two and two together.
There's some good comments coming in about Linda and Peggy Hill, and I'm like, yeah, that kind of checks out, actually, now that I think about it.
Bob fears the other session boogie board and sent also getting flashbacks to Wolf with the water park, where he's having the old traumatic incidents in the water beach. I can see that. It just seems like two ideas that, like JB was saying, could have been their own. Like I would have liked to have seen the family come together to give Teddy a birthday.
Same.
Maybe
I was
not.
really hoping that, like, because like Teddy brings up like, oh, there's a funeral and like we're not gonna be able to go. I was really hoping that they had these cupcakes, they had balloons, they had all this stuff for Teddy, and like he just didn't come in that day. And then all of a sudden, like Mort walks in and they're like, oh, how's the funeral going? He's like, what funeral? What are you talking about? And it'd be like, Teddy doesn't like celebrating birthdays because there was a lot of arguments at home, and he was like, I just didn't want to be the center of attention, like you said, so he avoided it. And instead, they bring the party to Teddy's apartment, and they make it small and more intimate, and he actually has a good time. I think that could have been a great example of them building a good relationship together.
Or even something as simple as Bob making a special
burger of the day,
Teddy-themed burger of the day.
Yep, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, or if they just focused more on the boogie board. And I think this was an episode that you didn't need a B plot.
I think you could have brought the whole family into both plots, and that would have been really good and solid.
Yeah, the family could have just spent the day at the beach.
Same. I agree with that. It actually could have been very fun for the entire family, minus Linda, to get in and boogie board. Even Gene being like, this isn't that bad, or him being like, it makes my bottom feel weird. And it could have been a fun joke, but Bob being like, this can be fun for me and my kids to have and enjoy.
It's weird because it seems so random that Luis would want a boogie board all of a sudden, $100 or not. It just seemed very random that Luis now all of a sudden wants to boogie board.
Also, very interesting that just hearing David Wayne to say "daddy" is very weird as Courtney Wheeler, but that weird dynamic between her and her dad is just very weird in this episode. Like every commercial break, it was just them dancing and saying something random and him being in a Speedo. And just being like, okay.
We're telling you, we're snowing in the series of bad luck. Yeah. Adam, what are your thoughts on the episode?
Sorry about that. I got a bunch of text messages from employees at work.
Yeah,
Make sure everything was okay.
Absolutely fine.
I enjoyed it. Definitely not one of the best episodes. I love the fact that Teddy got a birthday. I was very excited when that popped up. I did like Bob and Louise's story, but I'm a sucker for the father-daughter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I love episodes when those two get together and just have their own little storyline.
We were talking to. Do you think that like you would have liked to see more of this episode instead of it being like an A and a B, like Bob and Louise, and then Teddy's birthday, that actually both were split into their own episodes and like we're able to kind of like develop Teddy's birthday and
that
more
would
of
have
the board.
That would have been a lot better if they were standalone episodes.
Mm.
And it would have been nice to have Bob there for Teddy's birthday too.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Mike was saying a burger of the day for his birthday would have been cool. I was thinking even if he was like, I don't really want to have a birthday with everybody there and it being awkward, that they bring the birthday to Teddy.
Yeah, just invite him up
and just get rid of
the
that
restaurant
funeral
down.
bit. I almost wanted the funeral to be like Teddy literally just as an excuse not to come in because he was avoiding the birthday so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been happy if they just had him over to the apartment for dinner and it was just centered with the family and Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would have been really good. It was nice to see the other people though. Yeah.
The more I like visually see it, like it's just such a good moment. Like Teddy coming up the stairs to their apartment, there's balloons and stuff everywhere, and he's just like, "Oh wow, this is like really big."
Yeah,
and
that would have been
sing
amazing.
him happy birthday, and he's like blowing out his candles. He's like, "This is the best birthday I've had ever, guys. Really."
Yeah, Toasty One says Teddy was limboing at the end credits, so I think he had funds when it was clear to others wanted to do the party games. Yeah, and it's not to say that Teddy doesn't want to celebrate a birthday, and I think I can speak a little to this because I'm the same person who doesn't like to celebrate their own birthday too. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but personally, don't like being the center of attention. You feel like you're putting other people out, even if other people are having fun and they want to do something. You're like, well, I don't want it to be for me, or I'm the reason why we're doing this stuff. So if you guys want to do it, fine, then I'll join you. But I don't want to be the reason why we're celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I've gotten with my birthday. Like this past year, we're trying to decide. The girls are like, "What do you want for dinner?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm stuck between this and this." And I was like, "Zoe, what do you want?" So I let her pick which restaurant we went to because I'm like, I want you guys to enjoy it too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes
like
you just don't want all this attention on you.
Like this past birthday, my friends got married. It was I officiated their wedding, and it was during my birthday weekend. And it was like, "Oh, we're so sorry. It's X, Y, and Z. It's your birthday weekend. We didn't mean to do this." And I was like, "No, this is perfect. We're going to celebrate you guys. You don't need to do anything for me." And then unfortunately they celebrated me at the wedding. So I was like, fuck. Okay.
There's no escape.
There's no escape. My friends are sweet though. Only for the YouTube, but not anymore when it comes to birthdays, unless I would online, but only for the comments. Oh, I don't do anything unless you know me. You don't know it's my birthday. And if you do know, you'll find out days after when I post it. Oh, this happened last week or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But solid Bob's episode. But again, even the worst Bob's episode is still a decent episode. Is this something I'll go back and watch? Probably not. If we're ranking it, this is probably a rare for me. A little below medium or middle of the road, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the three of us are always available to do editing and discussing scripts. So whenever, if you need an outsider's perspective, we are definitely available. I'm trying to think of that law firm that the kids come up with, like Pitts.
Oh, Schuster and
Santos and
Molyneux and Pitts Lopez.
Or Sanchez or something.
Aaron, if you're there, Aaron, in the chat, hit us up. We will work on scale. No, for making you tell.
We will work.
Did you notice a continuity error?
And merch.
What continuity error?
Linda said at the beginning when she was talking about the party, she got cupcakes from Devendor's Bakery.
Oh, that's the one she's been banned
She's
from.
banned from there.
Banned.
How did she get cupcakes from there?
Maybe she got them from like the back door. Maybe there's an insider. So
See, I think it'd have been fun though. They could have definitely moved. See, even that could have been a fun little thing.
That could have been a B
shown
plot.
that, like, do not feed, and like her just like eating all this like free samples, and be like banned. It's just like, so I had Gail go get them for me because I'm not allowed to go back, or Gretchen, or somebody.
Do you remember the lifeguard? Was it
Yeah, he's
me
the
or
lifeguard
was...
from Synchronized Swimming.
Okay, because I thought he was, and I'm like, it looks dead on the same guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same voice too. It's just like, no whistle, only I do it.
I was happy to see Glenn back too.
Mm-hmm.
Abby says, I know from making you tell me your sign. I don't know what you mean there, Abby.
Aries.
Your birthday?
Oh, yeah.
Just take a guess, Abby.
What was last week's episode? Christine keeps saying it's a classic. For life of me, I cannot remember it.
The Bob's episode?
Yeah.
That was a great episode last week. That was
I was in a weird place.
Hope and Mike night. That was with Marshmallow.
Oh, 2 weeks
Marshmallow,
ago.
yeah.
2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, because last week it was just reruns because we did trivia.
I want to draw a face on your butt and then a kiss it.
Yeah, classic episode. And Yari Jones, by the way, learned to finally pronounce her name correctly. Yeah, absolutely killed it. So I don't think there's still that small little pocket of people like we want the old Marshmallow. We love that voice. But it's getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, it's getting quieter, which is nice.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
I'm always amazed when it's just like, guys, do we not watch the same show?
Yeah, it's again, you'd be really surprised that there are small pockets of people who just don't get the show but are still fans.
Yeah.
Why can't they make jokes like they used to? Why can't they do this? And it's like, guy, because like you can't do that forever.
They watched the same 10 episodes and they were like, this is it. This is peak. Like, okay.
But these are also people that complain that like Family Guy is just the same thing and it's a boring thing and they need to do things differently. And it's like, well, they're literally doing what you're telling them to do, which is just the same thing. Don't change anything.
Yeah, so they don't know what they want.
No one.
When you ask them, like, what do you want? It's like, well, I want the old stuff. I'm like, well, then watch the old stuff. But I've seen all the old stuff. Well, you can't have the old stuff and new stuff and be complaining. I don't know.
Then take the new plots and write them like the old stuff and show us that they can be the old stuff.
Yeah, or make your own show.
There's that, yeah. Make a web cartoon.
Abby says, I mean, I already know because I got him to tell me his sign before. I'm going to assume you know what you're talking about because I don't.
She's talking about hard sciences, Mike. She's talking about astrology.
Oh, birthday racism. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Any
mm-hmm. Sorry, I just got a notification popped up. I got a shipping order from Toddland.
Ooh,
just
went out. Or is this one of those classics? I don't know what I ordered.
Oh no, this should be either Little King Trash Mouth or Little King Trash Mouth with a couple of pins because I ended up doing 2 orders of King Trash Mouth after I got one. I'm like, I'm gonna get another one because I have a friend that I know is gonna love it.
Of course. Chrissy says, I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan and fans complain when things don't sound like Alive. It's like Linkin Park fans and this new album, which is very good, by the way. It's like, it's not Chester. It's like, it's not supposed to be Chester. Everybody calm down.
Well, yeah, with Pearl Jam, too, everybody's got some hair.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can understand
like
the words now?
Yeah, if you can't understand his words, what are we all hearing?
What are we doing? Birthday racism, LOL. Yeah, that's all astrology is.
Well, it's just basically like it's statistics. It's like, oh, if we lump. Well, I also think it's just like self-fulfilling prophecy bit too, because it's like we started this idea of like, oh, you're this, and that, and then it becomes like, am I? So then you start doing those things, and then over time, thousands of years at this point, or hundreds of years, we all start being like, oh, you're such an Aries or you're such a Virgo, and it's like, well, I've been told to act a certain way, so yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm doing.
I will say this: I don't buy into that stuff at all. But every time I read like an old one, I'm like, oh yeah, it's just like you're gonna be in a shitty mood for most of the day. I'm like, well, fuck, I guess they were right 2 years ago.
Me. Well, supposedly there's a 13th month now or something that we just don't do, and they're trying to bring it in, and people are not happy about that.
No,
so.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I got too much on my plate to remember a 13th month.
Can't do this. I can't do this.
Don't believe in astrology, but I do like being rude and silly, so I'm into it. Every time they try to bring it up, like I said, I call it birthday racism, and I don't play along.
He doesn't
Shut
appreciate
up, Abby.
it.
Shut up, Abby. Any final thoughts on Bob's this week from the two of you?
I mean, next week we got the slug one. We'll see how that goes. I've been trying to put out feelers when our buddy's episode's airing, and he's not sure yet. So
definitely second half.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. He said once he knows, he'll let us know.
Yeah,
and then maybe we can do one of those like have him on and just talk about it and do the whole process from start to finish. So he can.
I assume you're talking about Brian.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna have him on. I think it's fun, but sometimes it's taken a bit too seriously. Yeah, when you start leaving rocks under the full moon because it gives you powers,
It's not powers.
Playing a potato.
Charge him like.
Yeah, I gotta slap you down and tell you Santa Claus isn't real either. So, but that's just
what?
Me. Yeah, that's just me. Sorry if this is how you're finding out, but if this is how you're finding out, then a lot more for you. 9/11 was an inside job.
Watch the movie. Tim Allen is the Santa Claus, and
I'm a Virgo. Shut up, Abby. I don't even have to read the rest of it.
Yeah, always fighting. It makes sense.
That
totally makes sense why you are that way.
So that was the new episodes. That was all the news that's fit to print. Yeah, anything else? Audience, Adam, JB, anything else you guys want to chat about? Crystals are pretty, though.
Though. Yes, crystals are super pretty.
They're fun to look at.
Mm-hmm. They're not deodorant, guys.
Yeah, they're not deodorant. You can't pay your bills with crystals, so...
We haven't got to the haggling part of society yet, so no.
We have a crystal shop here in town, and my wife's convinced it's a drug front, because there can't be that many people buying crystals.
Do you see how many we have in Columbus?
One in our town, it's very nice.
Well, you guys have Nazis walking the streets, so...
Unfortunately, yeah.
Columbus is real weird right now.
I mean, they probably need crystals, to be honest. They just need to get recalibrated.
They need crystals thrown at them.
I was going to say, take one right to the forehead.
I'm going to start carrying pepper spray with me.
Grind up some crystals and put it in your pepper spray. Yeah, blind them. Yep. JB, I just saw your email. I'm 21. Man, I do not check my emails. Hold on. Abby, here's... I currently have 100 unread emails in my inbox right there. So, I don't read them either. So, emails are overrated.
I at least delete them.
Yeah, I try to keep up with that, but it's very difficult to do that.
Well, that is two different inboxes. That's North to Wharf and my own personal one. So
yeah, the North to Wharf one, it's like pretty well kept. It's more any other one I have is really awful. I just need to sit down one day and just be like, block, banned, block, banned, block, banned, block. It's just really no one's coming in anymore.
95% of mine are all spam anyway, or ads.
Yep. Let's see, what episodes do we have coming up next week? I know they slug horses, don't they? Which is sounds like a triptych one. We already went over
Prepopolis, the Schlub is sick. Universal Basic Guys is Sheet Shock. And that's after feeling slighted by a Navy recruiter, Mark sets out to join an elite unit of the Marines, only to be thwarted in his inability to properly make a bed. David teams up with a veteran who reveals stories of... What is the last part of this?
How do you spell it?
No, it's more just like the synopsis just cuts it off. That's the problem.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it just cuts it right off.
I wish I didn't have to pay attention to
There
emails.
is Make It Bad. David teams up with a veteran who reveals stories that are stranger than fiction.
Oh, of course. The military episode will come up when I am taking a leave of absence. I wish I didn't have to pay attention to emails. Justin, here's a great thing: you don't have to. If it's important, they'll call you.
Yeah, that's true.
And bill collectors, they usually wait like 3 months, so you got time. Abby says I only look at it when I have a package coming. Yeah, even then, if you're like Adam, you'll get a package notification. You won't remember what you got.
That happens a lot from Toddland.
Same with Chelsea. The weird ones is when you get a notification and you don't order anything. And you're like, you have a package inbound from Toddland Base Camp. You're like, I didn't order anything. You're like, oh shit.
Yep.
But yeah, let's see. Next week kicks off December. So like I said, we'll have new Christmas intro, new Christmas backgrounds, outros. Potentially there will be a Christmas themed trivia. We'll have to discuss that with the boys here and see what they want to do. Is anyone doing the father of the brine recipe this week?
I am.
Looks like both of you are. Are you doing it for the first time, or have you done it before?
This is our third time, I think.
This will be my second. We're gonna add oranges to it.
Oh.
We're going off a little bit, but we're gonna try that.
You guys will not believe what's going to happen on December 22nd, season 5 premiere, Great North. Huh? What, Homer fan? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Cite your sources or don't put anything.
Yeah, we need the source.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can't promote it because, like, if it doesn't happen, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a bummer for
You're
everybody.
liars.
Then you're a damn liar. What goes into making a good brine? I've never made one myself, so
I never did until I started watching Bob's, and I'm like, I'm gonna try the father of the brine. But it's mostly a lot of salt.
Yeah.
Like for a 12-pound bird, I think it's 3 cups of salt, of kosher salt.
Yeah, it's a lot of salt.
Are you guys having Thanksgiving together? I know you're near each other.
We didn't even think of that. We should have.
Shit. Which life
We-
quality eventually sees.
We assume that because their parents are a lot closer than ours, because my wife and I are both from Cincinnati, so our families are 2 hours away, so they all do stuff together down there. I have to work on Friday, so getting off of work at 3 on Thursday, there's no point in driving down just to come back up a couple hours later, so we're going to do everything here. We just assumed Lauren and JB would be at one of their parents' houses.
Yeah, we go to my parents' house for Thanksmas, which is Christmas and Thanksgiving put together. It's like my family's tradition. When they used to live in Tennessee, we'd have to drive, so it'd be like 6 hours each way. And they're like, let's just do both holidays in one. So Thanksmas was born.
Yeah, I think right now Tanae's family is 12 hours away from us, and my family is about 17 hours away from us. So there's a lot going on there. Hold on, I want to make sure we didn't miss anything. But yeah, speaking of which, the Life Aquatic Adventure will be the season 5 premiere. Yeah, but you didn't give us a date, Homer, so that does me all good. Cello says we are doing the father of the brine recipe. Marlena is thinking about it.
We're gifted a turkey.
Oh,
Ooh. Did you name it?
Yeah, I assume this is a dead turkey. You were just gifted a live turkey that's been parted.
A live turkey for everyone to look at.
I am also going to complain because we can't do a 3-day brine. It's going to be a 1-day brine, which is not as good as a 3-day brine. That is true. It's at least 2 days not as good.
I have done the 1 day, and it's actually not bad.
Yeah, I got to figure if you get an early enough start. I honestly have no idea what I'm talking about as far as brines go, though. You get to skip Thanksgiving now, so I'm very happy. Why is that, Abby? Why do you get to skip Thanksgiving?
Why do you get to skip?
Because you're a grown adult and you don't have to, or
are you European, or?
Oh. Yeah, we already know that, Homer. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, it's
not a sequel.
No. Read the synopsis. It's a apology episode between Luis and Tina. So nothing about impost slugs.
Yeah, I don't think it's about Barobu.
No, not at all. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're doing a low key Thanksgiving thing here from ourselves. But yeah, I don't know. I do a dry rub instead of a brine.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of people that do those.
If we talking about like a spicy dry rub, we usually get the honey baked ham restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
They do turkeys as well. We get a turkey from them, and it
Ooh.
is delicious. It's a
I didn't know
smoked
they did turkey.
They do turkey breast and like a full size turkey too. It's delicious.
Nice.
I'm an adult now, and I hate Thanksgiving. Too many food smells for my liking.
But you would have to sit at the kids' table.
Yeah,
Abby, I feel you. My wife was talking about what she wanted us to make for Thanksgiving, and like there are like 7 things, and I'll eat 3 of them.
Same. Turkey, bread, soda. That's it.
Turkey, corn, and mashed potatoes.
No, there's so many things.
It's named Trotsky, and yes, it's a deceased turkey. Okay, fair enough.
Love it.
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, should be good. I don't know. Anything else you guys want to discuss before we kind of pull this train into the station? I don't know. My husband puts it together and I cook it. You start cooking it the night before, or you get up super early in the morning? How do you do?
A lot of people my parents cook the bird like the day before. Like they start in a roaster, just turns on in the middle of the night and starts cooking it.
Oh, nice. I'm lucky. Mel's off work, so she's going to cook it during the day when I'm working.
What do you guys think is the perfect time for a Thanksgiving feast?
It ain't 2 p.m, that's for sure.
Okay. Strong words. I'm
I
of the
feel like
mind.
it's more like 5 or 4:30ish.
I'm of the
4:30
mind.
down.
No later than halftime of the first football game. So maybe like 2 or 3 is when you can start getting your plates together and stuff. So that's just me. Spatchcock it day of. Okay.
Yeah, day of you can do that.
I do like the idea of doing it at like 2 or 3 because then you can eat, relax, and veg out on the couch, and then go back for more or extra pie.
Boom. And you just ease. Toasty says noon. It's a little too early for me, but I get it.
Whoa.
I'm the pickiest eater in the world. Abby, I think I'll give you a run for your money on that one.
Yeah.
I'd probably beat both of you.
I mean, I have seen his Cheesecake Factory order. It was chicken tendies.
Oh yeah. No, I at least get a sandwich that'll make me sick.
Yep, got that chicken parm. Got super sick.
We are making whatever we want doing our feast on Friday, because as adults, it's our the first year that me and Tanae were together, we did enchiladas and crab legs because we were like, we're gonna make whatever the hell we want, and that was our Thanksgiving meal.
The way to do it.
Yeah. Fast until midday, feast, then nap. Hey, fair enough. And then watch some football, and then some ease into Christmas. Because do you guys put up your Christmas tree that night or the night after, or how do y'all do that?
Ours got put up.
Up.
When Mel actually put ours up on Friday, she had the day off. Like, she's burning vacation days before the end of the year, so she took Friday off, put the tree up, and waited for Zoe and I to get home so we could decorate it.
Mm-hmm.
But we typically wait until the weekend after Thanksgiving. But the child was begging for 2 weeks to put it up, so Mel's like, you know what, I'm off. I'm going to go ahead and do it, and
if
slowly decorating.
Depending on how Halloween night goes, ours usually goes up November 1st. There's
so you guys are Linda.
We are Linda's. Thanksgiving is fine for us, but it ain't a holiday for us. We don't care. Put up the Christmas stuff, and it doesn't go down to like February, so it's up for a good bit.
That kind of makes it worth it, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get our.
I mean, you spend hours putting lights and all that stuff up, and I'd rather have it up for a few months than do it in the second week of December and then take it down a couple weeks later.
I tried to convince Tanae to do oh, let's just make it like a February tree now, so that way we don't have to take it down. But
that's
so
an
far
idea.
that has not worked. So we can't decorate the tree this year because our puppy eats everything. Do you have a fake tree, Abby? Or you got a real tree? I eat everything. We probably won't put a tree.
Puppies will get the ornaments.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm actually worried about that because Tuesday or tomorrow, actually, we are watching my sister-in-law's dog. So Mel's gonna drive down, and they're gonna meet halfway between here and Columbus, and we're watching her dogs, and I'm worried about one of them.
mm-hmm.
She likes to get into things, so I'm kind of worried about the tree this year.
Just do you have a fake tree or a real tree?
The tree, it's fake. I'm more worried about the ornaments.
Oh, then just decorate 3/4 of it.
We'd have to do the top quarter. She's a decent sized dog.
Oh, see, Chelsea says, "I will eat at least try all foods. You are braver than I am."
Yeah.
Let's see.
I need to know it before I try it.
My 12-year-old eats better than I do.
Fake tree. She left the tree alone, but she would steal the ornaments. Fair enough. Fair enough. We have no people over and go to our family's houses. We don't have anybody over either because all of our friends go out of town and our families are far. So we kind of just stay low key here in town. Cool. I don't know. We could ramble all night, but is there anything else you guys want to chat about before we put a pin in this?
I want to know when we're getting more Hawk and Chick. I know it's not a big fan favorite, but I love the Hawk and Chick episodes.
No, I'm all about it. I'm just
I will say there was a time where behind the scenes we were gonna start working on a podcast / old-timey radio show. At least me and Keisuke talked about it, of Hawk. So like the old, you know how families would sit around the radio and they would get like the evening news. It would be like serial productions of Hawk and his adventures.
Oh, that'd be
amazing.
amazing.
That'd be fun, honestly. I would be all about doing that.
I gotta tap back in with Keisuke and see if that's something he'd be interested in. But I know me and him were discussing that for a bit. But I don't think it ever got off the ground. Yeah. So.
And I know Mario's always pitching Bosco on the beat stories, which is basically shorts of Bosco telling small stories from his time on the service of the force, essentially just between coffee breaks. He kind of talked be like a minute of him just sipping, telling a story, and he's like, that's that. And then just gets up and leaves, and that's the end of it. So I think that'd be a fun little thing to do.
Yeah.
Christine tried pickle herring for the first time. It tasted like pickles. I don't know what herrings are.
I would not have assumed that, but yeah.
It's a fish. Isn't that like a Norwegian delicacy?
It's a fish, yeah.
Gross. Let's see. My dad bought a picket fencing to go around the tree to keep his college dog off of it. I want to get a train track to go around mine, but puppy might run into it, and we can't have that going.
My in-laws do a train.
See, I want to get a whole village kind of thing, but those things are so fucking expensive.
You should see my father-in-law's.
Yeah, my grandpa had a really solid village in his basement that was like half the basement.
Oh, that's
really
dope.
cool.
Yeah,
but
my father-in-law was just in a magazine again.
Oh, no. Nice. Fish. Okay, everybody's saying it's fish. All right. Cool. I don't know. We're kind of floundering here. So, what it's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm fine with answer. I know I talked to Mike about this, and maybe the people who are here can answer this question. I did an Ask Me Anything yesterday, but I just ran out of time answering all the questions because finding pictures and some of the questions are really good and they're just hard to answer in a small little blip. So I was curious if it's something if we posted that on a Tuesday or even a Friday and just collected questions, could it be something where we pick randomly 3 or 4 questions to answer on air? Would you guys be into that? Because some of your questions do overlap, but a lot of times they're why do you like this character? Or what do you think of this person? Or what's your favorite song and why? Or what's your favorite moment and why? Or why is Bob so important to so many people? We could answer those questions, but that little story blip isn't going to let us do that very well. It's going to be because I like it.
Yeah, you give a very thoughtful answer on here.
Yeah, we could definitely elaborate and have. I'd love to see you guys' comments and answer those kind of questions. So we could definitely do something like that. What we would probably do is sift through them, and then we probably would just message you and not post it. But it might be kind of like or we could actually just answer it and just be like, the question will show up on our story, and we'll just put a picture of like North the Wharf behind it, and just put like we'll answer live on air. Like we'll just randomly select it, so you'll know if yours is getting answered live or not.
Yeah, and another thing we could do is answer them live and then post them as stories as well.
Yeah, we definitely do that.
Yeah.
Because some of them are really good questions. Like top 10 favorite songs. That would take some looking. And I would want to like play them. Or at least be able to be like, these are the playlists. So just give us some time for some of those and we'll try to elaborate. Some of them I did answer, but some of them are really good questions. So it could be something we do for fun.
It gives me a good idea of like character-themed playlists.
Yeah, that'd be fun to do too.
That'd be cool. All right. Cool. Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Just heads up, the reason why there are 3 of us here tonight, I am going to be taking an extended leave of absence from the show, from the live show at least. I'll still be active on Instagram and the socials and all that. But as far as lives go, I will be leaving for a bit. No return date right now, but there's some personal matters I want to take care of. If you were here last week, you probably noticed that I was less than cheerful as I usually am. So I'm going to be taking a little sabbatical. Things I'll probably explain in due time, but maybe not right now. Know that things are getting better for the situation. But I'll probably be gone for maybe a month. You'll probably see me in the new year. But until then, Adam, Abby, everybody else will step up and pick up the slack that I am severely dropping here. So I appreciate that.
Not a problem.
But yeah, so
not that big of you.
Uncle Mike will be going away for a bit. Maybe it's rehab. Maybe I'm hopped up on the drugs and I murdered somebody. I'm on a run or something. I don't know. Who knows?
That does make sense.
But yeah, I'll be gone for a bit. Who knows? Maybe I'll pop in every once in a while on the Instagram, posting a little something. But
yeah,
as far as lives go, this will be it for a bit. But yeah, so it's for the better. But
and we wish the speediest of recoveries, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Abby. I think Adam. I think you may know. But JB knows, Abby knows, and then anybody else who knows. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense? It's in quotes, so I assume that's to something else.
Yeah, it's for something.
Promise not to miss you. Oh, you're going to. And when I come back, the wrath of God on everybody, because I'll be keeping tabs. God damn it.
Making a list.
I'm checking it twice, motherfuckers. Sad to see you go for big glad Adams. Yeah, Adam, Abby, the whole team is stepping up, so I appreciate everybody. So yeah, that's it for old Mike. What about y'all? What you got going on? Oh, that's what JB said. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. That does make sense. Yeah. Some things I say do.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
About you being on drugs and murdering someone. Oh, yeah. It's... I don't know. Life is rough out there, and sometimes you got to murder somebody for drugs. Or murder somebody because you're on drugs. Or murder somebody because they have drugs, and you are anti-drug. Either way, somebody's got to die.
Either way. These things are happening.
You're being scary vague. Tell them you're safe. Oh, I'm safe. I'm okay. The drugs, on the other hand, make me not okay. I don't know what to tell you. In due time.
Sometimes you need to treat yourself.
Yeah, this will make you miss me, everybody. My vagueness. Be safe. Take care of yourself, Mike. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's not like Mike's going to be completely gone. He's going to be in contact with all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I talk to JB every day, so.
Yeah.
And he's going to be still on, like, social medias and stuff like that. Like, you can still be like, hey, Mike, what's going on? And he'll probably chime in and answer.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
the sabbatical may not be as long as I anticipated, but like I said, today was a good day, so we'll see. But at least probably through December, your boy will be not on the screen, so you can hang out with Uncle Adam and Daddy JB for a bit.
Oh, Papa's better. Papa.
And then distant cousin Abby if she ever shows up.
Yeah, if she answers her emails, Abby.
Get your fucking
like
emails.
Adult.
Yeah.
Cool, Abby. Don't worry about it. I will just send you a Discord message like those hooligans answer.
Oh, Chelsea's, I was cleaning out my car and I found an envelope that I meant to mail to you. Did we ever get you stickers? Go fuck yourself, JB.
It's fine.
Did you ever get stickers from us? Because I found an envelope that I had meant to mail to you that had stickers in it. I wasn't sure if you ever got them.
Envelope while I
found
was
an envelope next to my pillow that I got at the theater.
Seeing a film.
I'm 21 and why would I? Fine. Oh, you did? Okay,
you did.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, we must have resent them. All right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I have
That's
extra
good.
stickers. Right.
Good.
Okay. Okay.
And I know those stickers got to that other person too. So.
Oh, sweet. And then the one package got to who it needed to, and Yari's package will be getting to her.
Yep.
That's right, folks. We're sending packages to Yari. Now.
That's kind of badass.
Meow.
Yeah, because we're cool like that.
We'll see.
But yeah,
it'd be really cool to see them if they're wearing it in the big city. That'd be fun.
It's the follow up with the photo that's a little harder to get.
Yeah, that's the part where we're like, we did it.
Yeah.
We did the things.
Now we just need you to do your little bit. Let me check the calendar for one little thing here real quick before we...
Way off topic, and I can't remember, but have you guys moved over to Blue Sky at all? Do you guys have an account on that yet?
No.
Or are you even going to worry about it?
Not at all. This stinks of the... What was the other one that popped up when everyone was like, we're leaving Twitter because Elon bought it?
Mastodon or something?
Yeah, Mastodon, and that fell by the wayside. We also don't do Threads because we don't.
It's so annoying.
Yeah,
Instagram hasn't done anything for us.
Instagram and Twitter to a less extent, but Lauren's on Twitter, so we have to be on Twitter.
That's really the only reason we're on it, to be honest.
I've gone through, at least on our Instagrams, and put a bunch of blocked words and phrases to kind of mitigate any nonsense that may...
Is Elon one of those words?
Elon Musk, Democrat, Republican, Trump, Donald Trump. It's all these combinations of different things.
Woke, deep state.
Yep. Blue Sky has a lot more traction. I think it's sticking around for a while. Abby, I wish I could share your enthusiasm and optimism on that one. But
we love change. We just don't know.
I could see it lasting longer than Mastodon, only because a lot of bigger name celebrities have turned off their Twitter accounts and they moved to Blue Sky, so they're bringing their followers over.
Yeah, I just don't see it catching any traction. I mean, it's until the people that they're trying to weed out just move over there, then it's okay.
Yeah.
And then they'll go back to Twitter.
Because they don't have the money or the infrastructure to hold all of that, and then it's just going to collapse under its own weight. So, there you go, Chelsea. You're right. Mastodon the band.
So maybe we could just get all those old Twitter people who used to work there, get over onto Big Sky and make it a big thing again, and then we can take on the awfulness that is.
Blue Sky is the OG creed. Yeah. So that I did know. But again, nobody cares about that guy enough to follow him. So
they need to team up with Tom from MySpace.
Ooh, if they relaunched MySpace, it would. I saw that Instagram. You can now add profile. You could add profile songs to your Instagram page, which is fairly new. So
MySpace is still a thing.
MySpace is a thing. It's. I know
Justin Timberlake bought it.
I know years ago it rebranded into like a music kind of platform thing for artists to upload their stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't
I've
know.
not
I
looked at
barely
it.
use Facebook as it is. So
I use it for my Bob's group and a couple random memes that I like to post.
Chelsea says never, or only in Mastodon. Chelsea, did you buy tickets to Warped Tour or My Chemical Romance? Speaking of, I got tickets to both. I'm super stoked on it.
Couldn't afford either. And they didn't show up anywhere near where I live. I guess once those certain people start walking around, nobody wants to show up to Columbus.
You know what?
Which I don't blame them, honestly.
You know what's dope is the 2 My Chemical Romance shows are happening during Comic-Con, so we'll be there. But we can't go to the shows.
So,
Pretty sure my brother-in-law plays with them occasionally.
We could definitely request to work the morning shift
and then hightail it up to Los Angeles.
Take the train back, baby.
They are playing Saturday, Sunday. Abby, new MySpace would do great for you guys in the retirement homes. Shut up, Abby. You wouldn't know because you wouldn't get any emails. Yeah,
I've had it.
Tell you what, if Abby takes part in the show while I'm gone, I won't come back. How about that? Now we thought about it, but didn't want to spend.
Now she's going to answer that email. I'd like to come on.
I don't want to spend my. Yeah, what I'm only going because Warped Tour is in Orlando, so I'm going to that one, and then my cam is in Tampa, so we lucked out there. $274 a ticket. Fuck. But again, if you got adult fucking around money, you can do whatever you want.
It's true.
Yeah.
Buy Bob stuff.
There you go. Adam's room is a clear example of that. Erasure. Midwest emo erasure. There you go. Okay. So so the thing I was looking on the calendar is we won't have a New Year's show because New Year's falls on a Tuesday. So I won't have my own bid here.
That's fine. We were just going to redo and rewatch that Georgia-Alabama game and do our entire 4-hour cast watching an old game, just talking to you guys about Bob's Burgers.
I wish we recorded that.
That would have been ridiculous. I mean, we had to start 2 separate streams. It was insane.
Yeah. Fuck. But yeah, I do have adult with no kids money, but still, hey, dinks over here. But yeah, since we're not going to have a New Year's show, and like I said, odds are I'm done for the year. Let me take a quick second to thank everybody. I'm sure JB will say something towards the end of the year too, but
yeah,
it's been a huge year for North to Wharf. Merchandise has really taken off for us, so we really appreciate that. Yeah. You guys show up every week to the show, so we really appreciate that. Even when we're not doing anything fun, you guys show up, so we appreciate that. It's not a huge audience, but we are
planning on doing something special though for our Patreon people. Sorry, Mike. Just wanted to remember that before I forget.
Yes. Are we?
It's just a little thing.
Okay. I'll figure that out.
I need to message you guys.
All right.
I've got a big thing you can do.
No, you told us that we get to keep both of your accounts on there. You get to pay twice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't care about that.
No, I'm talking about, we're not refunding him, JB. I don't care. We're not
talking about giveaway stuff.
That's the big stickler. Okay, go ahead and finish your story.
But no, thank you for this year. It's been probably the biggest year for North to Wharf as far as like guests and interviews. We did the panel for the first time for Over the Garden Wall, which was huge for us. I think it's our second highest viewed video at this point. I think it's around 2,000 or 4,000 or whatever. Still got a long way to catch up to our biggest one, which I think is 10,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, merch is really taken off. Like I said, you guys show up week in, week out. Comic-Con was huge for us. We've been recognized. JB and I were recognized just on the streets as North to Wharf, which was really cool.
It was weird and cool.
Yeah, and we've got to talk with.
We got VIP panel access from the Great North, which was super nice. Like Jay didn't have to do that, but was like, you guys are running the meetup and we want to make sure you get to the panel. So we got to walk right up front and then got to talk to Joel Kohara.
Yeah,
super cool.
Co-founder of Bento Box. We got to sit down with him in person. And then of course on the show, we were entrusted from the folks at Bob's to give away stuff at the panel, a large record collection, or at the trivia. They made special pins for us this year, specifically for the meetup, which you can only get from us.
It's on the border. I'd grab it.
Yeah. So, like I said,
man.
big year for Nortorf, and it's only big because you guys show up and show out and hang out with us. There's no Nortorf without the audience.
No, there isn't.
Otherwise, it's just two guys freaking jerking each other off into the wind, which is, while fun, is not going to get an audience, at least not on YouTube. So on behalf of grumpy old Uncle Mike here, thank you, everybody.
I wish I could follow it up, but I just can't.
There's no follow on that.
Into the wind, dust in the wind.
Yeah, just that last bit. I think I need some time to really think about my response.
There you go. Well, this has been From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial one-stop destination for bento box information. And for the last time for a bit, I am Mike.
And I am JB.
I'm Adam.
And we will see you, or they'll see you next week. And I'll be watching from either the other side of the screen, under your bed, in your closet, the backseat of your car. Who knows? Just be on the lookout. Dust. Abby, when you become 39, it kind of just is. So.
Dust.
Dust in the wind.
We're all stardust.
Good night, everybody. And happy early Thanksgiving, if you celebrate.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mike.
But not
Kill
you,
the
Abby.
Turkey.
Or you Europeans.
Mm-hmm. Kill that turkey, guys.
Kill
Enjoy
it. Oh, shit. Hold on. Cancel. I hit the wrong button. Wouldn't be a stream if I fucked it up. All right, here we go.